Okay, today is 3rd September 2025, which is a Wednesday. We are going to learn mathematics under the topic earth geometry. Under a question which was brought in 2024 last year, paper 1, question 11. This question, it is a must, it always come in paper 1, the question 11. So the question reads, the diagram below shows positions of town A, B, and C, town A, B, and C on the Earth's surface. Okay? As we can see, we have a latitude here, which is 55 degrees north. We have also another latitude down here, which is 65 degrees south. We also have a longitude here, which has 75 degrees west. The last longitude that I can see here, it is 45 degrees east. We have north, south poles. Question 1 reads, what is the time at C? What is the time at C when the time at A is 11:22 hours? Let's assume that C it is in Africa, then A it is in America. So what is the time there at C when time at A is 11:22 hours? Okay. To solve this question, you need to know first the following. First thing you need to know to identify the longitudes. You need to identify the longitudes, and there are degrees. The first longitude that I can see there, it is 75 degrees west, followed by 45 degrees east. Each topic in mathematics, it has some rules to follow. On this one, when you have different hemispheres or different positions or different letters, the rule says you need to add. But if you at west, the rule says you need to subtract. So in this case, we are going to consider a plus because we have different hemispheres, which is west and east. Okay? When we add 75 plus 45, the answer will be 120 degrees. Okay? That's the difference in longitude. After you have known the difference in longitude between this longitude and that longitude, we are going to convert we are going to convert the longitude difference to time difference. How do we convert longitude difference to time difference? We are going to do like this. How many degrees are in 1 hour? How many degrees make an hour, or how many degrees are there in 1 hour? In geography, when we go back to geography, 1 degree is equals to 15 degrees. So after knowing that 1 hour is equals to 15 degrees, then we are going to get that 15. We'll divide 120 by 15 degrees to convert from longitude difference to time difference. 120 degrees divided by 15 degrees. We don't need to use a calculator, they don't allow. We are going to use our own initiative. So let's look for a number that can go into 15 and 12 without leaving a remainder, of which that number must be a 3. 3 into 15, 5. 3 into 12, 4. Now we have a 40 there on top. Down we have a 5. 5 into 40, 8 hours now. We have converted from longitude difference to time difference. The hour is 8 hours. We don't mean that when time at C there, when time at C there, when the time at C, or when the time at A is 11:22, then the time at C is 8 hours. We don't mean that. We need to proceed. We have not ended there. How are we going to know the time now, since we have found 8 hours? Okay, so we are going to do like this. We are going to write 11 hours or 11:22 hours, which is an hour at town A. Then we are going to write 8 hours in front there. 8 hours. Okay. So now, my question is, are we going to add or to subtract so that we find the time at C? How are we going to know that we need to add or we need to subtract? We are going to go back to the diagram there. Let's go back to the diagram. We have a line which cut the earth into two hemispheres from north to south. That line we call it Greenwich Meridian. So when we are going westward, we are decreasing. When we are going eastward, we need to increase, which means westward we are subtracting, eastward we are adding. When you are there at point A, if you want to go to point C, you need to add. When you are at point C, then you want to go to point A, you are subtracting. Okay? So since A is eastward, since E is east, C it is at, since we have C there, the C it is at east of A, which means we need to move from here to there. They're asking at what is the time at C when the time at A is 11:22 hours. When the time here is 11:22, imagine you want to go to C. Are you going to add or to subtract? We are going to add. So we'll put a plus here. Okay? We'll put a plus. 11:22 hours plus 8 hours. We are counting 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it will be 19:22 hours. This is PM. What about AM? When it is 19:22, what about AM? It will be 07:22 hours. This is the final answer. So you need to say, therefore, time at C is equals to 19:22 hours stroke 07:22 hours. This is the final answer. We have answered question 11A. Let's go to question 11B. Question 11B reads, a plane flies from A to B. A plane flies from town A. We can see town A on our diagram. A plane is now flying from town A to town B. Okay? In 9 hours. In how many hours? 9 hours. Calculate the speed if the distance between A and B is 7,200 nautical miles. So we are going to make a data first. We are going to make a data. What is our speed? The speed, 9 hours. What is the distance? The distance, the speed is not 9 hours. This is time. Okay, time is 9 hours. Distance is 7,200 nautical miles. Any M stand for nautical miles. Then what is our speed now? Our speed we don't know. They are even asking us that calculate the speed if the distance between A and B is 7,200. So we are going to find the speed. Let's make the formula now. Speed is equals to distance over time. Speed is equals to, distance is 7,200 nautical miles divided by time, which is 9 hours. Okay, speed is equals to 7,200 nautical miles over 9. So we are going to use the same 9. Yeah, 9 here, 1. 9 into 72, it goes how many times? It goes 8 times. 9 times 9 is 81. 81 minus 9, it will give us 72. So 8 here. So speed is equals to 800 knots. This is the final answer. So this question was not very difficult. It was just the same as water to drink. Thank you so much for watching our video.